trying to get us underway, high, hanging in the Dubai desert skies. And they managed to resource the ball. Suki in burrowing, releasing the ball, and already it's into the midfield with Gu Yao Yao. Bit of footwork from Gu Yao Yao of the Shanghai rugby team. Out to Yan Mei Ling. Mei Ling sending it. Signed, sealed, delivered on her birthday. No less. What a start from China. And the perfect gift for the birthday girl. "27 laps round the sun for Yan Mei Ling today. And the keenest eye for a try. On for what China are going to be hoping will be a red letter day. Another tantalising kickoff, right on the money. Mei Ling's there to be first to the bounce of the ball, and out it goes to the arch try scorer, Liu Xiaoquan, who is driven in reverse. But the penalty goes to China. Yao Yao, Mei Ling. Hands slick as can be from the Chinese. This is Chen Kei-yi, who's swung around and into touch, and Kenya have a time to get their hands on the ball. We can hear the Kenyan support and the vibrancy that they and their supporters bring is unmistakable when it comes to HSBC Sevens. The Lionesses so eager to do what their men have done for the last 23 years at the very highest echelons of the game. Yu Hu, the 24-year-old from Jiangsu, readies herself and releases her backline. Again, the hand slick. Yao Yao to Zhao Quan. Can't find Zhao Quan, but she's in there. Getting the ball at halfback. Edge to edge. China fizzing it about. A little stop-start and two Kenyans demanded to bring the player down. Mei Ling drives to the line, a metre shy. One more pass. Out to the right-hand side. Oh, the pass simply had to go. But it didn't. Yu Hu. And then the referee in the way. A comedy of errors from Japan, who get the call, and they might get a second bite at the cherry. Big shoulder comes in, but Du Xinrong is too good and can't be stopped. And it's try number 2 for China. Lovely step, gave her the eyes as well, didn't she? Really good looking player, this 22-year-old. She's had a good tournament as well. Started playing age 14 for Nanjing City rugby team. Coming into the 4th year of international recognition for China. And the Chinese fans are doing their best to match the Kenyans, who are in full voice here. And the Chinese women are giving them plenty to sing about. A fast start. Kenya finally get a bit of possession. Wow, bit in, didn't she, the defender? And it frees up this left edge, stretching, reaching all the way, Sharon Ulmer. Oh my goodness, a wonderful try. Kenya have the response and they've got their people up and dancing. That is what you call in full flight. On target, but just died before the crossbar. Sharon Alma, the try scorer, is a woman for the big occasion. She got the sole try against South Africa in the African qualifier final, the one that they were just edged out by a score. That's why they'll be heading to Monaco for the repechage in June to see if they can clinch the final Olympic qualification spot. They've been to Rio, they've been to Tokyo, they want a place in Paris. 14-5, last 40 seconds of a first half that has whizzed by. Yao Yao flings it out and the ball's into the middle and there's no one challenging these Chinese, and Liu Jiaquan gets tackled so well by the try scorer, showing her defensive mettle as well as her try-scoring prowess. Mei Ling, fast hands, off goes Kei Yi. Kei Yi all the way. The most experienced woman in the Chinese ranks adds another try to her already bulging international tally.
Girls.
It's just good, crisp handling. And all that space for Chen Kei Yi, who's scored in an Olympics at Tokyo. Now she's got a try in a final in Dubai, which isn't converted, but China are on top. It is half-time in this Women's Cup final. China 19, Kenya 5. China in charge. Kenya chasing a championship, but not delivering the kickoff that they needed. Possession ceded immediately to the Chinese. They've been ruthless. 3 tries, 19 points to 5, they lead. Both of these nations in a challenger final for the very first time. The best that China have mustered in times gone by have been bronze. Bronze in both legs last year, bronze in Santiago 2 years ago. But going for gold here today. For Kenya, last time they were in a challenger, they lost at the semi-final stage to the eventual winners, Japan. And again, they're being bested by an Asian counterpart, this time in the form of China, who are demonstrating wonderful range of passing and a real turn of pace. The old stager, Kei Yi, showing that she's still got it just as she did those many years ago when she made her debut in 2011. Well, one of the Kenyan players looking in a bit of discomfort, and it's been a blend of youth and experience that Kenya have gone for. In fact, they were very honest before this competition that in many ways they're ahead of schedule in their women's program. They didn't anticipate that they would be here just yet. They thought it'd be a couple of years before they'd be really mixing it in the challenger. But they're a team grounded in self-belief, led by Dennis the Ironman Mwanja. And he's asking his women to have nerves of steel here in this final and show their mettle. Well, the pull-out play gets read with a fair bit of ease there by China. Well, there's no sweeper, and that's a nice option. That's a real nice option. Grace Akulu doesn't get the bounce of the ball, but she does gather despite being leapt upon by 3 Chinese defenders. That's the kind of invention required to destabilise this obdurate Chinese defence, who look to have got their sticky fingers on that ball.
Yeah, where you are.
No urgency from the Kenyans, but now in the hands of Judith Akumu. Another short line. Akumu back onto the ball. China being tested around the fringes, this time from Nyakio. Grace Akulu's out there. She'll be pulled in for a bit of ruck work. China not committing, all 7 on their feet. All 7 flying up. I wonder, is there another kick option available? Judith Akumu gets it under real duress.
Slightly too high.
Too high, the tackle. Kenya tap, Kenya go. Kenya give it to Grace Akulu. A Tokyo Olympian. Played some club rugby in Japan last year. Oh, but the long looping pass opens up the ribs for a tickle, and China have the ball back. Really stubborn defence from the Chinese, and now it's their time to strike. They've attacked with such purpose. Yu Xiaohuan in at the base. Numbers, room, Mei Ling, one more pass. A bounce back inside, then a weave, then Yoo-hoo! Has to spin around on her heels, 180. It's been a bit of a knock-on from the Kenyans, that's unlucky.
Played the knock-on.
Well, Yoo-hoo looked good to go, didn't she?
Time off.
And then, before she knew it, she was consumed by green jerseys.
Oh no, red.
Her last contribution. Another Nanjing City rugby team player.
I had green first. Red 11.
A lot of club partnerships out there for China. Shanghai rugby team as well. Jinhan City.
Time's back on. Crouch. Binds.
China with the put in.
Set.
They are very deadly from the scrum. The late movement round to the left edge. Runs down a green alleyway. Grace Akulu, the enforcer at the bottom of it. Drop of the shoulder, almost outfoxes the Kenyan defence. But instead, Ma Xiaodan goes back into the traffic. Here come China, looking for the edge they love. A bounce, an injection. Chen Kei caught in the 22. Loose presentation, and Kenya have it back. They've got a bit of an advantage as well. Oh, a try right now would make things really interesting. The advantage played. Kenya pounce upon the ball and they get the penalty.
Holding on.
That's the second time the kick over the top has borne fruit. China playing with no sweeper. That means they've got all 7 players up in the line, so the backfield is undefended. You just wonder, is that the route that Kenya should be going for these final 2 minutes?
Crouch. Binds. Set.
Good strong carry, bursts through the first challenge, but then gets pilfered on the floor.
Entry.
Penalties stacking up here against China, but time eking away. Kenya need to do something with it. They need 2 scores. They both have to be converted as well. The Lionesses beginning to purr, beginning to roar in pursuit of this bouncing ball that's really well leapt upon by Chen Kei.
On the ground. Back 10.
And the penalty to China
Girls
eats
back.
up a little bit more of the clock.
Scrum.
Scrum called again.
Scrum.
That'll consume some seconds quite handily.
Come on, girls.
Well, Kenya are the ones being ushered along, but they're the ones who need the time and they need the ball.
Binds. Set.
China, 20 seconds on the clock. Leave the ball behind around about their 5-meter line. Sineda Nyakio pounces upon the Chinese attacker. It's all bogged down there, but China have the ball. The hooter blows. They've got the game.
Tackle release.
These are final moments to savour.
Gotta roll.
Yan Mei-ling, who celebrates her birthday today, now celebrates becoming a World Rugby HSBC Sevens Challenge champion. She embraces her Chinese sisters, and it is truly a red letter day for the People's Republic of China. Here, China 19, Kenya 5. The crown sitting upon Chinese heads.